this week's programme, we look back at the semi-finals of the Donal Reilly Auctioneers Easter Cup from Shelbourne Park, the final of the ISDO and Agents and Red Mills Produce Stakes from Clonmel. We join Michael Fortune in Scotland for the Scottish Derby final, plus we head to Portlaw to visit the 2003 Brood Bitch winner DROOPYS Kirsten. But first, it's racing from Longford. The final of the Tyrur Bello Open Puppy Final with a winner's prize of €5,000 was the feature attraction at Longford last Friday night. And following a couple of sensational efforts in the earlier heats, MINEOLA FARLOE was made the hot favourite at 6-4 on. But finals being finals, he couldn't afford any mistakes. We join Ian Fortune.
In Trap 1 is the hot favourite, MINEOLA FARLOE, trained by Seamus Graham for Seamus McCluskey and Gerry, a powerful son of top honcho and Farloe Dingle. He's won 8 of 11, he's a real prospect. In Trap 2, Alan Pirate. Tony Fahey trains this one in Portumna for Peter Comerford, a son of In Question and Clackton Miss. He's a 4-1 chance. In 3 is KILLEIGH Grand, trained by Donal Beattie for Ray Jones in England, a son of top honcho and Magpie Miss. He's won 2 of his 4 starts, he's a 7-1 chance. In 4, FAUGHAN JESS. This is a strong running daughter of Coonock Chief and Little Violet. She's owned and trained by Paul McCluskey and Derry. She'll be powering down the far side. In Trap 5 we've Springwell Doc. This son of Mr. Boz and Springwell Spice is owned and trained by Dennis Hannon. He has good early picks. And in Trap 6 is MERSONS Fun, owned and trained by Martin Fitzpatrick and Michael Foley in Butler's Bridge. This is the son of DROOPYS Merson and Cushlawn Queen. He's one of the outsiders. Well, that's it. The runners in traps now for the final of the Tyrur Bello Open Puppy Stake. The hare well on the way, up behind the traps. The dogs all set and away they go. Number 5, Springwell Doc off to a flyer. The favourite MINEOLA FARLOE walked from traps. He's in the last spot around the opening corners. Number 5, Springwell Doc leads from number 2, Alan Pirate. Then comes number 3, KILLEIGH Grand. Number 1 now, MINEOLA FARLOE, showing big pace to improve. He's gone third and now challenging for second into the third bend. It's number 5, Springwell Doc, but here comes number 1, MINEOLA FARLOE, forced to check at that point. In third, number 2, Alan Pirate. But around the final corner, it's number 5, Springwell Doc. He's led from trap rise. Number 1, MINEOLA FARLOE, not getting to him in second. It's number 5, Springwell Doc. He lands the spoils. Second, number 1, MINEOLA FARLOE. And third, number 4, FAUGHAN JESS. She flew home. And the result of the final of the Tyrur Bello Open Puppy Stake, the winner was Trap 5, Springwell Doc in 28.66, owned and trained by Dennis Hannon. Second, number 1, MINEOLA FARLOE, the hot favourite. And third, number 4, FAUGHAN JESS. The winning time, once again, 28.66.
He broke well and made every yard of it. Yeah, he was first time he ran well here now. He wasn't running well in Longford. He won 3 in a row in Mullingar. He was flying from the start. He won 8 out of his first 12. You know, sure, what do you say? That's his best win anyway. We refused a few offers for him before, but we won't sell him as yet anyway.
And you breed him yourself, or do you buy him?
Yeah, bred him, yeah. The dam has bred in the region of 160 winners to date. Race winners to date, not individual winners, you know. But she's a very good brood bitch. We have a few litters to come out of her yet now. We have 8 months old ones and 4 months.
And you've great help at home here with young Dara.
Oh, he's a great help, yeah, great help. Nobody else gives us a hand, only his father and myself, that's it.
Well, Dara, I believe that you were all hopes for this race tonight.
Yeah, I thought he was going to win because he was saving it all for this race.
Eyes were focused on the semi-finals of the Donal Reilly Auctioneers Easter Cup at Shelbourne Park last Saturday night, when we were treated to some spectacular action on the track.
The runners now on parade for the opening semi-final of the Donal Reilly Auctioneers 2004 Easter Cup in one awesome impact. Reggie Roberts trains this son of Jamila Prince and Abel Ivy for Geraldine Fitzpatrick. He may struggle in the early stages, but this fellow will be absolutely motoring home. If there's any trouble, he won't be far away at the finish. In Trap 2, First Charter, the Tote Gold Cup winner, a son of Jamila Prince and Newbridge Girl, owned and trained by Reggie Roberts, a second representative for Reggie. He's won 13 of 36, a wonderfully consistent greyhound. He flies to the corner and he stays. In 3, the hot favourite, and one of Ireland's hottest properties, Premier Fantasy. Trained by Seamus Graham from Michael McElhatton in Tyrone, a sort of Premier County and Nifty Neve. He has it all. Brilliant early, flies down the back, and he stays strongly. He's won 5 of his 9 starts, and he's certainly the one they all have to beat. In 4, BOHERDUFF Light, a real class act, trained by Owen McKenna for Salvador Drohan and Sheila Drohan in Tipperary, a son of Hinos and Travelling Light. Big pace to the third bend. If he comes away, he'll play a big part in proceedings. Jewel Nikita races in the orange jacket. He's trained by Paul Hennessy for Monica Hackett and Kim Ella Kenny in Dublin. His son of Spar Nikita and Laura's Jewel possesses big pace but may just struggle in the early yards and needs a little bit of luck to play a part here. And finally, CLASHDUFF Fun, the Produce Stakes winner in 2003. This fellow trained by Dolores Ruth for Liam Marks, a son of Prince of Tinra, and CLASHDUFF Sarah displayed his well-being last time out with a scintillating 28.62 effort. He certainly won with claims. Well, the hare now on the way for the opening semi-final of the Donal Reilly Auctioneers Easter Cup for 2004. The runners, 1 Awesome Impact, Trap 2 First Charter, in 3 the favourite Premier Fantasy, 4 is BOHERDUFF Light, in 5 Jewel Nikita, and 6 CLASHDUFF Fun. The hot favourite in 3, Premier Fantasy. And he's away well, but number 2, First Charter lead. Now number 3, Premier Fantasy, gets up on the inside of number 4, BOHERDUFF Light, around the corner, and it's Premier Fantasy leads now by a length and a half, 2 lengths to number 4, BOHERDUFF Light. Back in third, we have number 2, First Charter, with number 6, CLASHDUFF Fun, but out front, number 3, Premier Fantasy, is 2 lengths clear of number 4, BOHERDUFF Light. Then comes number 6, CLASHDUFF Fun. He's putting in a big run around the final corner. It's still trapped number 3, Premier Fantasy. Number 4, BOHERDUFF Light continues in second. Here comes number 1, Awesome Impact with a flying finish, but number 3, Premier Fantasy lands the spoils. Second, number 1, Awesome Impact, and third, number 2, First Charter. The winning time, a blistering 28.32. What a greyhound this is. And the results of the opening semi-final of the Donal Reilly Auctioneers Easter Cup. Premier Fantasy winning in fine fashion. Second, number 1, Awesome Impact, and third, number 2, First Charter. The winning time, simply superb, 28.32.
I thought Reggie broke well out too, but once he got a clear run for the first few yards, he flies to the bend and he opened up going down the back. BOHERDUFF followed him around the second bend and started making a bit of ground on him. I'd say there was a bit of bunching behind, but once you're in front, it's hard to catch you.
What are you hoping for in the trap show?
Awesome Impact in 1 and him in 2, because he can be slow away, but Reggie is a devil in a final, so keep him away from the early pace.
The runners now going on parade for the second semi-final of this Easter Cup. In 1, Shantabar, a blistering early pace son of Staplers Joe and Bright Snow, owned and trained by Larry Clancy. He's won 8 of 18, certain to contest the early running, and won with claims. In Trap 2 we have Phoenix Ice. Paul Hennessy trains this one for Nolene McCreevy and Anne Cox in Kildare. A strong running son of Larkill Joe and Lady Nor. Never runs a bad race. He's so consistent. He's won 16 of 38. He could possibly make the final. In Trap 3, Reward Yard, a real professional trained by Gerard Martin in the north for P. McLennan and Connor Slevin in down. This is son of Drew Reward and Hale Yard. Does everything right. He really flies to the corner, hugs the rails, but he will need to clear Trap 1 Shantabar in order to get involved here. In 4, ASHTOWN Rumble, trained by Brendan Matthews in Newry for the Townview Syndicate. This is son of Smooth Rumble and Dalcash Delilah. He's won 5 from 13. Normally does his best work from halfway. If there's any trouble, this fellow will be finishing fast. In 5, we have Riverside Doodle. Graham Holland trains this fellow for T. Holland. He's a son of Cool Performance and Christmas Holly. He's won 8 of 13. Can go up strongly, flies down the back straight, but will need to get his braking right. And Trap 6 in the stripes is the hot favourite Indian Ruler, trained by Gerry Holian for the Paw Doctor Syndicate in Galway. He's a son of Larkill Joe and Queen Maid. He is brilliant pace to the turn. He absolutely flies down the back straight, and he's certainly one they all have to beat in this contest. He is ideally housed. Well, they're now in traps for this second semi-final of the Donal Reilly Auctioneers Easter Cup. In 1, Shantobar. Trap 2, Phoenix Ice. In 3, Reward Yard. 4 is ASHTOWN Rumble. In 5, Riverside Doodle. And Trap 6 completes the lineup. That's the hot favourite, Indian Ruler. The hare coming up behind the boxes. And away they go. And first to show is trap number 1 on the inside. That is Shantabar. Going well on the outside. Indian Ruler into the corner. And Indian Ruler leads from number 1, Shantabar. Then comes number 5. That is Riverside Doodle. But around the second barn. And number 1, Shantabar leads from the hot favourite, Indian Ruler. Now number 2, Phoenix Ice beginning to run in third. A further gap to number 3, Reward Yard. Then comes 5, Riverside Doodle. At the tail, number 4, ASHTOWN Rumble. But out front, number 1, Shantabar now been tackled by Indian Ruler. Here comes number 2, Phoenix Ice around the final corner. And Phoenix Ice on the far side mounts his challenge in Shantabar. Indian Ruler, what a finish! Desperately close between Indian Ruler and Phoenix Ice. Back in third, number 1, Shantabar. But an absolute thriller. The winning time, 28.57. A very, very close finish indeed. 6 Indian Ruler and 2 Phoenix Ice. But what a thriller. Indian Ruler didn't lead, but he forged his way past Shantabar up the home straight. But then came Phoenix Ice. It's an absolute cracking finish. Shantabar, a very close third. But what a contest it was. Less than a half length separating the three of them. 28.57, the winning time. And the result of the second semi-final. What a thriller it was. Trap 6 Indian Ruler just getting the better of Phoenix Ice. Back in third, Shantabar. The winning time, 28.57.
Tight finish. Second big final. I think he's the only white seat left. It's Trap 6, that's good. Be hard to win it though. I better go on and look after him now. Thanks very much.
Well, the trap draw for the final of the Donal Reilly Auctioneers Easter Cup for 2004 was made by the sponsor himself, and it has resulted as follows. In 1, Phoenix Ice. Trap 2, Premier Fantasy. In 3, First Charter. Trap 4 will be Awesome Impact. In 5, Shantabar. And completing the lineup, Trap 6, Indian Ruler. Well, what a competition the Easter Cup has been. We're now going to watch the semi-finals in sync. From traps, it's all about early pace. In the first semi-final, First Charter came away fast, but took a bump. Now Premier Fantasy showing big pace, the leader on the corner. The second semi-final, a very similar instance. Number 1, Shantabar got the inside line on Indian Ruler. That set up an absolute thrilling finish. But look, in the opening semi-final, Premier Fantasy was never going to be caught. He went 3 lengths clear by the third bend. In the other one, it's a very different story. Indian Ruler and Shantabar battling it out neck and neck. Look at Phoenix Ice, he's closing in third. But the opening semi-final was all about Premier Fantasy. This is one hell of a Greyhound. In the second semi-final, look at them crossing the line. Very tight indeed, but what a race it was. Both of them, top class competitions, top class race dogs. We've seen it all tonight. 28.32 in the opening semi-final, 28.57 in the second semi-final. Next week's final is one not to be missed. Welcome to Shawfield. We're here for the final of the Tote Sport Scottish Derby. A great Irish interest in this one. Pat Buckley, 3 runners, world class. He's the favourite. Legal Moment, Cahill's Idol also there. But as a mere matter, Charlie Lister has 2 in it. Should be an absorbing final. Let's catch up with the action from a place that's absolutely alive with atmosphere tonight.
The 2004 Tote Sport Scottish Derby final. A huge roar from the terraces here at Shawfield. The hare is on the way. Racing up towards the first bend and Farloe Verdict, she pops out in front, she's leading into the first bend, then from 3 off it Chase Legal Moment. Oh, terrible trouble, world class, the favourites being badly hampered and knocked over as they head down the far side. It's Farloe Verdict by 4 lengths here from 3, in second place Legal Moment, 5 Farloe Marathon on the inside of that, but it's Farloe Verdict out in front. It's going to be another derby for Charlie Lister, the man of the moment, as Farloe Verdict gallops clear, she wins this year's 2004 Tote Sport Scottish Derby final. It's gone to a photo finish for second place, but Charlie, he knows how to get them out of the traps. We keep on saying it. She's done it. Farloe Verdict, success of course in the blue ribbon. Mark Bates will be overjoyed with this success. He believes that she would have got more plaudits, or she should have got more plaudits for her English Derby success. She flew out of the traps, as you can see, leading into the first turn. Trouble straight away. Trap 4 on its knees. Hold your silence. Trap 1 world class after a slow start. Knocked over, unfortunately. We'll bring you a report on world class's well-being later. In front, Farloe Verdict. There was only going to be one result, basically, when it went round in front. You can see it's run one hell of a race. Giving chase in second, Legal Moment, very brave. Also Farloe Marathon, it's tight for second. Then comes Cahill's Idol as they come up towards the winning line. Trap 2, Farloe Verdict winning by a good margin, a good 5 lengths I'd suggest.
Well, no luck for the Irish, unfortunately. World class missed his break. Legal Moment didn't get quite the run of the race, so there'll be another night. But a man here, well, 2 men actually, very happy with me. Trainer Charlie Lister, owner Mark Bates. First of all, Mark, you're clinging onto that trophy.
Oh, I am so happy. Tonight's final was absolute class from 1 through to 6, and she managed to pop out there, lead at the first. Once she went round, I really, even though I was still watching, I was very confident. She's a very nice girl. Very good, strong running bitch.
Now she has done the double. Charlie Lister, the English Derby, in strange circumstances. Now the Scottish Derby, no doubt about it. A great performer.
Yeah, she's a good bitch. I mean, I've always known she was a good bitch. I mean, she got the English Derby, which I didn't really, want to win a Derby in that way any road. But I'll take her back now and have a go at it again and see if we can win it and prove that she is one of the. She's the best bitch I've ever trained any road.
Away they we go. Droopy Skulls off to a flyer, leads into the bend. And away they go, and he's out fast. It's Droopy's Cahill leads up. But around the corner, it's number 4, Droopy Skulls that leads. But it's still Droopy's Cahill, 3.5 lengths into the third bend. But already number 4, Droopy Skulls, seems to have this one in the bag. And on to the final corner is still Droopy's Cahill. But out front, it's number 4, Droopy Skulls, a trap-to-line winner.
Droopy's Kirsten, owned by Michael and Sean Dunphy, was the chosen recipient of the 2003 Brood Bitch Award, somewhat unexpected by the owners from Portlaw.
I was surprised, yeah. We thought like the Ballinclare Star Bitch would win because she threw the Derby winner, like, and he looked a good Derby winner, like, you know. But it was nice to win it. Like, they were brilliant litter of dogs, that top honcho litter. Like, every one of them could run like the 4 dogs. They were all fast. And he threw the puppy Derby winner, and she threw that Droopy Skulls dog who's flying at the moment. And you know, it was nice doing it. It was nice to get these awards. I suppose it's a kind of acknowledge that you did something right in the year anyway. She came from here. She was out of Druid's Wally and Droopy's Fiona. There was 3 bitches off of that litter, and the 3 of them threw top-class dogs. One was O'Hickey Kylie. She threw the Annie's Bullet, who won the English Oaks, and she was a finalist in the English Derby. It's a brilliant dam line. It came from Tom Marrigan inside in Carrick-on-Shore, who had all the Ballinderry and who we started buying our dogs off originally. He was the man who got us into it, so that's why we went there for. Druid's Wally we went to for the simple reason we wanted to get a brood bitch out of him because he was so well bred. He's belonged to Michael Brennan, had him above in Dungarvan, and he was out of a great dam line, and he had great dogs at the time, like they were brilliant dogs. So we reckoned we'd combine the 2 dam lines with the Fiona on one side and him on the other, so we reckoned we'd go that way with him, like. And we went for top honcho then because all that line crossed well with that outcross, like, you know. There was 4 dogs on the litter and they were all very fast. You had the Droopy Skulls and Droopy's Cahill, who's with Ian Reilly above in Navan. He's trained those 2 lads. One of them won the Puppy Derby and the other fella did 28.37, and he won the Consolation National Puppy Stake in Shelbourne.
But around the final 2 corners, it's number 4, Droopy Skulls, 3 lengths clear of number 1, Rampant Drive, a gap in third to number 2, Purple Monkey, but out front, it's number 4, Droopy Skulls, a trap-to-line winner.
And then Cahill won the Puppy Derby.
But it's still Droopy's Cahill, 3.5 lengths into the third bend. 1 Jack Spark is second, 4 Top Bow is next, and onto the final corner is still Droopy's Cahill, 2.5 lengths, he drifts wide. It's Droopy's Cahill, Jack Spark putting in a big run, coming to the line, 3 and 1.
And we had Blue Extreme then, he did a few great runs around Limerick. And then the other fella is Droopy Sutton. He's done some great runs in Shelbourne there. He was beaten in the final of a puppy stake in Warford as well. He had to win a few rounds over there. And they were a good litter, like the 4 dogs on the litter were very good. Then we went to Kiowa Shawnee to get a brood bitch offer again, like from the American line. She went to him the second time, and we kept the bitch out of her for breeding as well, because the outcross seems to work with him as brood bitches afterwards. And we have Droopy's veering out of her at the moment. We have 8 dogs and a bitch. That's our last litter.
So where does the prefix Droopys originate?
That's going back a long way. We used to have a couple of coursing dogs originally, and there was one fella there, he was 100 pounds, and he was like a dog on a cartoon. There used to be a cartoon years ago called Droopalong, and we called him after him. He was a big clumsy dog, and he got beaten in a final of a trial stake. So the next time then the next one we had we called him Droopy again, and it's got lucky then. We won a few things and we kept with it, like it was an unusual name, you know. So it was a lucky name for us, and we just stayed with it then, like, you know.
The Irish Stud Dog Owners and Agents and Red Mills Produce Stakes 2004 took place at Clonmel last Sunday night. The night began with a reception at the track attended by a large crowd before the action got underway for this race worth €30,000 to the winner. Mal Keaveney was there.
The parade is underway now for the 2004 Produce Stakes final. In 1, it's GEORDIE Legend, this one a daughter of Top Honcho and Bang Bang. Trainer Francis O'Donnell for Ray Patterson in England. This one is really ideally housed. Next up in the blue jacket, it's Dunsany, another one that comes home fast. The trainer here, Francie Murray, for a Syndicate in Galway. A son of Tom's the Best and Glenn's Cross Queen. Dolores Ruth, last year's winning trainer, has ZIGZAG Mansell for Liam Markson, Kim Ella Kenny in County Louth, a son of Droopy's Vieira and Perry's Pusher. This one the rank outsider of the 6 runners. Now we see Gel Drops Touch. This one is owned in Belgium. The trainer is Owen McKenna, well fancied, 7 career wins, has posted 28.81 in the semi-final when winning, unbeaten to date in the competition. Next in the orange jacket, it's LICKFINN Willie, locally owned by Liam Cahill and Emer Gaynor in Tipperary. The trainer is Liam Harding. And this one has not broke well in the past, but perhaps tonight things will change. And finally, it's Velvet Cash for the Buckley family in Galway, 28-68 when winning its semi-final last weekend. A very consistent breaker and the winner of the Munster Puppy Cup here back in November. It's the biggest race of the season here in Clonmel. The Produce Stakes final: 1, Geordie Legend; 2, Dunsany; ZIGZAG Mansell; 3, Gel Drops Touch; 4, in 5, LICKFINN Willie; and 6, Velvet Cash. The two big ones, Gel Drops Touch is 4, Velvet Cash is 6, and the traps rise, and out very smartly is Gel Drops Touch, but so too ZIGZAG Mansell. LICKFINN Willie in contention as well at the opening bend, where there is some trouble, but it's Gel Drops Touch that goes on now. Gel Drops Touch leads from Geordie Legend. In third, it's ZIGZAG Mansell. Out front, Gel Drops Touch from Geordie Legend. He's clear by 2. Is Gel Drops Touch. Closing though is Geordie Legend into the home straight and up towards the line. Gel Drops Touch is going to win it from Geordie Legend. LICKFINN Willie third. Confirmation of the result of the final. The win for Gel Drops Touch, second Geordie Legend, and third LICKFINN Willie. The winning time, an excellent 28.56. Trainer Owen McKenna, a big win for you here on your local track, Clonmel.
Yeah, great win. We've had a great year so far, but this is our first classic, so it was sweet, and especially, as you say, our local track, we're only a few miles out the road and made it all the better. But he's a good dog, done it right tonight, and he ran well. Good result.
Your dad, of course, won the Produce Stakes many years ago, but this is the first of many, I presume, for Owen McKenna.
Well, hope so. Only back from England a couple of years, and as I say, we've built up the kennels in the last couple of years. I mean, a great start to the year, but it is nice to get the first classic under the belt, and hopefully there'll be more to come.
Yeah, an excellent time, 28.56 once again tonight. Geordie Legend, though, did you think that she would be the one to press your fella?
Well, she'd been running on very strong in the semi-final, especially in the earlier heats and that, and she was well drawn, so she got a good run behind him, and he put it up to him the whole way, so he had to do it right, and he had to go the whole way to the line anyway.
An 8th career win now for Gel Drops Touch. What's next up?
I don't know. He won't go to Wimbledon anyway. I'd say the Champions Stakes and Derby is the main aim for him. What he'll go for before that, I don't know, but we won't be murdering him before that, because 550 in Shelbourne, the longer run to the bend, should suit him. So he's a summer dog anyway, so hopefully a bit of age about him, he'll be all right.
Well, Pierre, Gel Drops Touch, your only dog here in Ireland, and a very fine one as well. Good win for you.
Yeah, thanks. And it's my only dog in Ireland, and I'm delighted, needless to say, actually.
He ran a very fine race tonight.
Yes, he did, and he did it in a very good time, exactly the same time he did in the second round. And it was a great run.
The National Greyhound Racing Awards take place in the Radisson SAS in Galway on Sunday the 18th of April. Tickets are available at your local track, or for a weekend special, contact Patricia at the Irish Greyhound Broad, Limerick. Next week we'll be bringing you the final of the Easter Cup along with the Richard Walsh Open Tri-Distance. We pay a visit to trainer Graham Holland. And don't forget, there's no racing on Good Friday. Have a very happy Easter.